I just demonstrated how to extract an object in a 3D view from a two-dimensional object. What if you want to display the 3D view right next to the 2D view on a PDF file or a blueprint that you want to print out? You want to display those two side by side. Normally, when we display our drawings, we go into Paperspace and we print them out. But what if we want to display them side by side in Paperspace? Let me demonstrate how to do that. Here I've got my nesting box, front piece for my nesting box. We've got the two-dimensional orthographic view that shows a front view, a top view, and a side view. So we've got this three-dimensional view, and from this angle, it looks like it's two-dimensional. But if we go to the view cube and we hit that southwest corner, then we can clearly see that it is a three-dimensional object. And as I said, if you want to manipulate that even more, you hold down the shift button on the computer, and with the thumb wheel on your mouse, you can, manipulate that. And, I like that kind of view much better. Well, I want to display this next to this in Paperspace. So let's go take a look. So I'm going to come down here and click on my layout. And here I've got this, Paperspace as we're used to. What we want to do is we basically want to cut this page in half. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of what's already there. Gone. Now we have a blank piece of paper. We're going to use a command called MVIEW. So if I start typing MV, well, MVIEW pops up next to my cursor, and I can go ahead and select MVIEW, and it wants me to specify a corner. So I'm going to come out here. I'm actually going to come outside the paper, and I'm going to start specifying a corner, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger than my paper. So you can see, we got it here. It's a little bit bigger than the paper. Now I'm going to bring my cursor inside Paperspace and double click. And I'm going to zoom in on this object. Maybe we should turn it a little bit more. So I'm going to turn it just a little bit more and kind of get it on here. And can I get it any bigger? I think that's probably big enough. We'll zoom this back a little bit, kind of get that over here. All right. I like that. That looks good for me. On this side, I want to display my two-dimensional image. So I'm going to hit MVIEW one more time. I'm going to type the M, and as soon as I hit the V, it should pop up. And now I'm going to specify a new corner. Well, I can snap right here, this corner, and I can come back a little ways past it and come on down. And so now I've got this second view window. I'm going to zoom in here. Well, I don't want my two-dimensional object at this strange angle. So if I come up to the view cube and I hit top, it'll get it all centered for me. I can highlight this and hit top again, and it should center it, get it all centered for me. And I want to make it a little bit bigger. And there we go. So they're side by side. If I want to get rid of the grids, I could get rid of the grids. If I double click in here and click on this grid, I can get rid of the grid so it looks nicer. I can double click over here. I can get rid of the grid. They're side by side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit export. So I come up here to my A. I hit export. I export it as a PDF file. It's going to want a name, so I'll just call it front view. Hit save. And we're good to go. Let's see what this looks like. And voila. Here I've got my three-dimensional view right next to my two-dimensional drawing. Doesn't get any easier than that.